Former RBA player Austin Rivers gave his opinion on Bronny James and how he hoped that Bronny James doesn't play with his father in the RBA. So Austin Rivers says, I hope it doesn't happen. I don't want to see Bronny play with his dad. I really don't. I went through something similar. It was a very similar situation, but also different. I was already in the RBA when I went to go play for my dad. What happens is people start to discredit everything that you've done. This kid has been in the limelight since he was born. First day on Instagram, he had 1 million followers. He's handled it so well. He's played well at Sierra Canyon amongst talent and was able to get himself to a school like USC. He goes on to say right now, his numbers don't scream pro. So if he is to go in the draft or if he gets picked, it would be great if he gets picked up by a contending team that can help. But put him in a situation because he does have talent. He does have basketball IQ. He has potential. Man, don't make it easy on Bronny James. Make him earn it the hard way just like anybody else would have done. Talking about hopefully he could just come right into a contending team so it could make it easy on him in terms of pressure. No, Bronny James has to feel the pressure on him just like Jordan's sons did. Just like Michael Jordan's sons had to deal with that pressure and them having to live up to who their father was. It's the same thing Bronny has to go through. He don't get no shortcuts. He don't get no passes. And this is the problem. We keep trying to baby these men. Like, no. Bronny James has the name James on his back, and he got to go through that pressure. His father paid people within the media to throw his teammates under the bus, attack his teammates. These players got families. They got kids too. Nah, bro, he don't get no pass. He has a bad shooting night, a horrible shooting night. Call him out on it. When he looks like his father and he caused all these turnovers, call him out on it. He misses a shot in the clutch. Call him out on it. If he looks like he lacked mental toughness, call him out on it. They call any other college player out on it, but because he's LeBron's son, they want us to say all these nice things to him, even when he's playing terrible? Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. See, when LeBron James chokes, or when LeBron James underperforms, or when LeBron James has bad shooting nights, looks terrible, flops, etc. See, the media, they pretend it doesn't happen. When they pretend like it never happened, they gloss over it so it doesn't make LeBron James look bad. And they're trying to do the same thing with Bronny James. We see it. Our eyes are seeing it. The eye test is telling us that Bronny James is a bust. And if he ain't a bust now, he's going to be a bust when he makes it to the RBA. Now, what in that statement was disrespectful towards Bronny? And I'm pretty sure that the Clutch Sports camp took that as offensive. They seen a certain part that became a headline, and they just thought that he was dishing on Bronny. But if you actually listen to him, he was actually giving some great game. But Steven Jackson, he disappointed the hood, bruh. Steven Jackson, you let the hood down, bruh. Bronny James plays like a garbage player. He doesn't look like he's ready for the pros. So Steven Jackson responds by saying, difference is you trash, Bronny not. You can't compare to him, scrub. And your daddy not LeBron. Shut up. Damn, Steven Jackson. It almost sounds as if you acting like you want LeBron James to be your dad. Steven Jackson, bro. Like, it's almost like don't worry, Bron. I'll save you. Never in the history of RBA 2K have you ever heard somebody pick up the controller and say, oh yeah, I'm running with Steven Jackson and them. Like, nobody is going to play with Steven Jackson on NBA 2K24. Nobody has ever picked Steven Jackson. Steven Jackson. What are you, the king protector of Bronny James? Like, dude, hop off. What makes you want to come to Bronny James' defense? What is LeBron James cutting a check? What are you trying to do, a joint venture with LeBron James? Why are you playing the Superman role? Are you forgetting the J. Cole song? Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. All Austin Rivers did was gave his honest assessment. See, now you're playing the same games that the media play. Steven Jackson, you never played with your father in the RBA. You're going to sit up there and call this man a bum. But Bronny James is literally playing like garbage. Can barely score 2 points. Check the stats. Austin Rivers, he at least averaged 15 points per game. So he wasn't a scrub. This ain't the TLC song. No, I don't want no scrub. This man wasn't no scrub, bruh. Steven Jackson, I'm disappointed in you. It's a big disappointment. Someone who's typically honest. Someone that we can expect to keep it real. This ain't keeping it real, bruh. In Steven Jackson's mind, he's up there with the elites. Hell, even in his mind, he think Bronny James is up there with the elites. Bronny James is just like his dad, overrated. And if we being honest, Bronny James is trash. And this is why I say the media is biased. Criticize every other player. Every other player, they can assess their game. Everybody else, they got to step up. Every other player could get called out. But when it comes to Bronny James, we got to protect Bronny James. We got to coddle Bronny James. No, not over on this channel. Let's compare Austin Rivers stats to Bronny James stats. And that'll easily debunk this notion that Austin Rivers is a scrub. No, Bronny James is playing like a bum. Steven Jackson, it's not watch your mouth, wipe your mouth. Do you need a napkin? Seriously, bruh. Because for you to get offended at this man's comments, all this guy did was he spoke his mind. See, that's why you can't be objective. They're going to belittle you when you speak candidly. Situations like this ties back into the video that I did. If you go down my archives, it's a video I have titled "Players Sell Their Souls to LeBron James." They sell their souls because it's not like this man said anything malicious. He didn't say anything bad about Bronny James. He ain't called Bronny James trash. He ain't say Bronny James was a bust. He just judging the situation based upon his experience, what he went through as a son whose expectations are so high, and people have these unrealistic expectations based upon who your father is. See, Steven Jackson never said he was wrong. He never said he was wrong. But this is their way of spinning the narrative so it doesn't make Bronny James look bad. So you'll even lie about history and brainwash these people to believe that Austin Rivers is trash. Austin Rivers is a 10 times better player than Bronny James. 10 times better player. But Austin Rivers is a great role player. And this is how the bronsexual media has ruined basketball. Because they are fooling everybody into believing that everybody has to be a superstar. Everybody has to be an all-star. But Austin Rivers is a great role player. He thrives in his role. When we need you to hit three-point shots, we can count on Austin Rivers to hit these three-point shots. Steven Jackson, you acting like you was Kobe or something. You ain't Kobe. You ain't with the Jordans. You ain't up there with the Dwayne Wades. You might have played with that Spurs dynasty, but you wasn't Tim Duncan. You wasn't Manu Ginobili. You ain't never been through it. This guy's telling you, like, man, the expectations were just so high because of the stature of who Doc Rivers was. So he said, man, I understand it. I don't want for him to feel that pressure. He's the one who's looking out for Bronny James. Players like Austin Rivers is qualified to speak on that subject. Why? Because he's actually been through it. If Michael Jordan's sons came out and said the exact same thing, they're qualified to speak on it. He was speaking facts. Nothing Austin Rivers said was rooted in hate. Steven Jackson, you coming off as an agent, bro. I believe that Steven Jackson is a Clutch Sports plant sent in to make these comments so that he can suppress the truth. As I've said before, Bronny James makes Kevin Hart look like Kobe Bryant. Y'all seen Kevin Hart play in a celebrity all-star game? Kevin Hart was even able to defeat Draymond Green in the three-point shootout contest. I think that Kevin Hart will have a more successful career in the NBA than Bronny James. Maybe Kevin Hart needs to be drafted. Everybody act like they scared to be objective. Bronny James, it's almost like he don't know the concept of basketball whatsoever. Bronny James needs to play youth basketball. You know, when the little kids get to play youth basketball, they don't call traveling. They let them just run with the ball like they playing football, and they don't call it. Like, that's where Bronny James needs to play. He needs to go dominate against the youth basketball kids league.